Hey everyone, this is Michael with the general reading for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for October 2019. Hello and welcome, whether you are watching for yourself or cross-watching for another individual with these placements. I just want to give a special thanks to all of you who have been supporting this channel with your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. We actually just broke 25,000 subscribers, which is incredible. Thank you so much. I love being able to put out these messages to all of you. It is truly a gift. I am so amazed to be part of this incredible YouTube tarot community. Everyone is so sweet, and I don't just mean to me, but to each other in the comments. I can tell that you guys really do read each other's comments, you read each other's stories, and support each other, and I think that's absolutely beautiful, and that's my favorite part about doing all of this work. So thank you so much, and thank you for staying kind in the comments to one another. I will actually be doing a giveaway for a chance to win a free personal reading or a free Reiki session with me. I will have that on my Instagram. I'll be launching that in about a week or so keep your eyes peeled for the announcement. If you haven't already, definitely subscribe and follow me on my social media so you don't miss this giveaway or any upcoming giveaways. And I also have pick-a-card readings and general cards on my Instagram and blog posts and all sorts of good things, so just follow me everywhere. I have all of those links down below, as well as links for personal readings, Reiki sessions, and donations for those of you who feel so called. Now, for those of you who are brand new to my channel, you may notice I do an astrological report at the start of these videos. I am inviting someone in the comments to leave a timestamp that goes straight ahead to the actual reading for those of you who are not interested. I do find, however, that the tarot and astrology really does complement each other quite often. I also have a blog post in the description box that accompanies this video with all of the astrological information, so you can kind of figure out what might be happening when. And again, that is down below, as well as links for everything else I have mentioned so far. So Taurus, October is a really interesting month because we are going into your 7th house in Scorpio. We already have planets moving in Scorpio at the start of October. And what's going to be really interesting about this is we have Uranus in your sign, actually, and it's going to be opposing the inner planets, so Mercury, Mars, the Sun, Venus, as they are moving through Scorpio. It is going to be opposing Uranus in Taurus, which is going to create a bit of conflict, a bit of tension. For those of you who are in relationships, you might find yourself in kind of a rough patch or in kind of a rough spell. I almost feel like what's going to be happening for you is you might find yourself challenged in your beliefs by your partner or someone you're really close with, or you might be looking at people who kind of expand your horizons if you're single. Your sense of stability, your sense of what is normal, or I guess your values, you're going to find those questioned or reevaluating them a lot. And that's kind of just what Uranus does. It adds kind of a weird energy. It kind of is very expansive, innovative. It will renovate whatever energy it touches. And the fact that it's in your sign, and your sign is so stability loving, it's going to create a lot of instability for a lot of us, honestly, wherever that's hitting in our specific charts. But for you, Taurus, it's really going to be affecting your sense of self as well as your relationships. So that is a really heavy, loaded placement. This might be kind of an intense month for all of you, but that is also kind of normal when you have planets moving through your opposite sign. There could be new love coming in for some of you as well, or a change in a relationship, maybe more commitment, maybe less for some of you. I don't want to freak anyone out. I don't know why I have my pen. But what this is really going to do, it's important not to jump the gun with this change or with this new energy. You might realize it's incompatible. So it's just, if something enters your consciousness for the first time during this transition, during this time period, I would really just keep in mind that with these oppositions, it's going to be, you're going to be seeing things from a different angle than you normally do. Or someone's going to be seeing things from a different angle than they normally do, especially romantic partners or romantic connections. What else is happening? We do have Pluto that went direct on October 3rd, which is in your fellow Earth sign in Capricorn. So this is going to be a lot of transformations that have been occurring within you. I feel like you're going to start seeing the results of that. So things are going to start coming to the surface more. A lot of things came to the surface last month in September, when we had all the oppositions in Virgo opposing the Neptune in Pisces placements, which really, I think, shed a lot of light on things in an uncomfortable way. And with all of this really strong Pluto energy, we have, I feel like a lot of what was exposed is now being explored or talked about more deeply for the month of October. And for you, Capricorn, I believe that is, oh my gosh, I was supposed to do this before I started recording. Hold on. So we have Capricorn is your 9th house. So that is going to pertain a lot to education, your spirituality, your wisdom, your sense of horizons. Whatever sort of transformation has been going on there for you, it's going to start to become much more evident. If you have been doing what Pluto has been asking you to do, to expand your horizons, to learn more, you are definitely going to be rewarded in the month of October, especially with Saturn having gone direct in Capricorn, the same sign last month as well. Yeah, I think it's just going to be a very powerful month, honestly. And September was pretty heavy. I don't feel like it's going to be as heavy for the collective for the month of October. We do, of course, have Mercury going retrograde on the 31st, and coupled with that new moon in Scorpio on the 28th, both Mercury and the moon in Scorpio, I'm feeling like this is actually increasing mediumship for a lot of people. A lot of people are going to be getting messages from the other side, you know, very appropriate for Halloween, for Samhain, when the veil is already the thinnest. I really am getting the sense that people are going to have communication either through signs, synchronicity, symbols, or mediumship. You might be hearing voices, you might just get a song in your head, or you might just see something, and just trust that these are messages of guidance from either deceased loved ones or guides. And, you know, if you are interested in working with your psychic abilities, it's definitely a very powerful time to do so. We also have the full moon in Aries on the 13th, which is going to be a good time to really develop our sense of selves and to let go of things that feel inauthentic or don't feel, I guess, proactive for us to hold on to anymore, or something that feels like it's holding us down, preventing us from moving forward, because Aries is about forward movement, momentum. And those full moons, it's a good time to really take in that strong energy, and as the moon begins to wane, to let go of what no longer serves you. And with Aries, that's the sense of self. That's really interesting, and it is actually in your 12th house as well. So spiritually, spiritual beliefs that no longer serve you, or reevaluating your spirituality. I think a lot of you are really going to be doing that for October. It seems like kind of a spiritual month for everyone, but especially for you. So I'm very curious to hear what is going on for all of you. That is pretty much it for the astrology. I'm not thinking of anything else. Of course, we have that Mercury retrograde, so communication is going to be a little congested. There might be some misunderstandings there. There might be some travel delays. But really, that's more for November's video, I think, because it is on the 31st. But we will be entering that pre-shadow phase, I believe, in the last week, maybe a little sooner, of October. So you might start to notice things slowing down, you might start to notice delays or misunderstandings, or your brain just working slower. There might be some brain fog. And with it being in a water sign, I do feel like intuition actually is going up, but our ability to understand our intuition, our feelings, might be a little murky. So keep all of that in mind. It's not necessarily your intuition is off, you might not be interpreting it properly or communicating it properly. Anyway, Before we actually go into the reading here, I do just like to do my disclaimer that this is a general message, meaning not all of the messages that come forward are going to be resonant for you. You may also look at some of the other readings. I have all of the astrological placements or all the astrological signs for the month of October in a playlist on my YouTube channel. If you don't know what your sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs are, I actually have a natal chart calculator, again, in the description box that can help you figure out your other astrological placements. For those of you who are interested in love messages, I have Heart of the Matter love readings, which are all timeless, so you can peruse through those and see which one stands out for you, or just go for the most recent. Some of the energy in this reading may also come in the reverse or switched, so if there's another person coming in and it honestly feels more like your own energy, you are more than welcome to switch the roles as it fits your situation. And this could apply to family members, lovers, co-workers, friends, whoever. Again, just trust your intuition, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So I am going to start shuffling for you now, Taurus. What are the messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of October 2019? We are first going to be looking at the energy coming in to October. This could be referring to September or even further back for some of you. With these general readings, it's important to understand that this time frame is a bit fluid. What are the messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Oops. Interesting. One more. What are the messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? That's a lot, but I'll take it. Right away, Taurus, I'm getting the sense of movement. Some of you may have been traveled, some of you may have actually moved to a new location. I'm saying that because we have the Five of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the World card, the Six of Swords, and the Chariot here at the bottom of the deck. Now, these aren't all the cards I have on the table. Again, I had a lot that fell out for you for the past. I feel like there's been a lot of change that has been going on for some of you. I do see with this Five of Swords, some of you may have been walking away from a situation or leaving something behind that was no longer serving you. Could be work, could be home, could be really any number of things. This is showing up in your day-to-day life, however. This isn't necessarily showing up as strongly in relationships, although if you do see this person every day, it certainly could be that person as well. But I get the sense that you walked away from something, you moved away from something that would have been self-destructive to continue working through or working with, maybe holding you back quite a bit. I do have the Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment card kind of showing up in your heart, in your emotions. There was definitely a really big change that has taken place. I feel like some of you have taken the call, whatever that meant, and maybe that's why you had to leave something or someone behind. I do feel like there was a call for something greater. There was a turn in fate, a twist in fate here that allowed you to do something that you wouldn't have been able to before, or maybe just a shift in perspective, especially with the Sun card coming out with the World, the Father of Wands, and the Six of Swords. I told you, you had a lot of cards. But with all of this energy together, I definitely see the sense of a new beginning, although there was definitely something you had to leave behind in the process to get there. I do get this sense, some of you may have actually had to walk away from a fire sign. There's quite a bit of fire energy here with the Father of Wands, the Sun, and the Wheel of Fortune, especially Leo and Sagittarius. Could also be Aries as well. And I get quite fixed energy from the world. So Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, or Taurus. Another Taurus for some of you. But it seems like, wow, there was definitely a close in a cycle. You definitely had to leave something behind. And whatever it was, there was a big mental shift. There was a big paradigm shift for you. I'm seeing that with the Sun, the World, the Father of Wands, and the Six of Swords showing up in your mind. Also in your communication. This could be someone you're talking to. But I do get the sense that if you did not physically move or leave something behind, there was something ideological or a relationship or something that you saw very clearly. There's a sense of completion here, of something coming full circle, especially with the Wheel of Fortune here as well. I really do, though, get the sense a lot of you started a new life. And this, again, it might not be referring exactly to September. Maybe you were in the process of starting this new life, but I do see a lot of movement. And with the Father of Wands, this can sometimes indicate someone who is a fire sign, could also be someone who's a bit narcissistic, maybe a bit full of themselves, but very capable, very career-oriented, very driven to meet their ends. Yeah. Some of you might have had a really big success as well. I do feel like whatever the case was for you, Taurus, though, you were out of the thick of it, or you were getting out of the thick of it with the Six of Swords. And there was a lot of very big energy here. Wow. You know, you have some really big cards on the table. I'm going to pull an animal card to see what the animal wisdom is. What is the animal messages? What are the animal messages for Taurus? What are the animal messages for Taurus coming into the month of October? God, we're not even in October yet. That's crazy. I'm still doing the past. I feel like this reading has been long already. Yeah, we're already at 17 minutes. Sorry. Although I feel like most people like the longer readings. They're not going to complain, but the crocodile. Interesting. I'm getting the sense of something beneath the surface, something watching you from beneath the surface, or maybe someone, could be romantic. I'm getting the sense of eyes here with the crocodile. Sometimes this is a card of taking rest, of recharging your energy before striking again, waiting for something to come to you. But honestly, I really see this more as something around you, Taurus. You have this looming sense of something around you, or maybe someone's energy around you. I'm actually curious. I want to pull another animal card here. Not that we don't have enough cards on the table already, but kind of an interesting energy here. Scorpion. No, I was totally right. Okay, yeah, there's definitely the sense of tension and the sense of maybe repressed feelings, and someone might lash out. You may or may not be seeing it, though. So if you have this sense of tension with you and somebody else, I would definitely address it head on before it becomes a problem down the road. Especially if you walked away from a situation, or someone kind of just stormed off and walked away from you. There might be something down the road. There might be something in the future, another confrontation or something. Just to put that on your radar. Interesting. So we are now going to be looking at October, what is coming into your lives for the month of October. especially the first half. What are the messages for Taurus? Oops. What are the messages for Taurus? You're definitely, yeah, you are feeling a little worn out, I think. It's too many. Show me clearly. You have a lot of stuff going on for you, Taurus. Interesting. So we have the Nine of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Father of Pentacles showing up together. And the Ten of Pentacles. I do feel like you're really trying to find some stability here in this situation with the Ten of Wands on, or I'm sorry, the Ten of Pentacles on your mind. Some of you might be getting word about family, or maybe some finances coming in. It seems like good news. Really nice to see that Ten of Pentacles here. I do see with the Nine of Wands, though, you're feeling kind of worn out, kind of exhausted. You've been on a very long journey, but you are just within grasp of your goal here. Whatever it is you want, whatever the stability means to you, I do feel like you are coming towards that, especially if it involves another earth sign, so another Taurus, a Virgo, or Capricorn. Could also be a late Aries as well, born in the last 10 days. I do get the sense of message coming in with the Eight of Wands, or something happening very quickly. It's like if you were feeling tired and exhausted and like something's just taking a lot of effort, I'm almost seeing going from the Nine to the Eight of Wands, there is something being stripped or something being lost that makes things happen quicker. It's like taking out a step and then suddenly something happens very fast. And I do see something very, it feels really stable for you, actually. In the first part of October. There could be some money coming in. There could be a new job, a new home. Maybe if some of you are between lives right now with all of this movement, I do see something more long-term for you, or you kind of settling into something long-term. But there is still, with the Eight of Wands, it's interesting. There is still a sense of movement there. But I almost feel like it's someone coming towards you or something coming towards you. And I did say, with the crocodile and the scorpion, I felt like there was something beneath the surface, someone kind of watching you or around you. And that could very well be this message. I'm curious to see what the animal wisdom is for you. What are the animal messages for Taurus? For the energy coming into October. Spider. Yeah, you're definitely, I feel like you're very hard at work on something. And I do feel like it is going to pay off. And you might hear word of that soon. Spider also represents creativity to me. Weaving something together. Getting into flow state, where you kind of lose your sense of time, your sense of what is around you, really becoming immersed in whatever it is you're doing. And that can become very abundant for you. It's like you're weaving this web and waiting for something to come into your life. Maybe some of you really are making a home for yourself. You are making a web for yourself, a support network. And even if this creativity, whatever it is you're working on, doesn't bring you abundance directly, it is giving space to the universe to deliver abundance to you. So by you getting in the flow, it is allowing the universe to flow with you, to bring in new blessings, to bring in positive energy based on the law of attraction. So really find time to create, find time to work on something you really care about, something that comes very naturally to you. I do feel like you are working hard on something though, and I do feel like it is going to pay off. Could be a relationship for some of you, but I'm getting more the sense this is actual work. So keep that in mind. I'm now going to be pulling for the second half of October, where all of this energy is going. Could be further out as well. It's kind of just the trajectory of where everything is leading. One more, please. Interesting. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups, the Mother of Wands, and then we do have the Tower, Strength, and the Devil here. That all came out together. This could be a lot of things. Again, a lot of fire energy and a lot of earth energy. Some of you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, or earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I am especially seeing Capricorn and Leo energy all over the place. Aries, Sagittarius. So that all of the fire signs, it seems like whatever is going on between the two of you, I honestly do see a tower moment here. I do feel like someone might be coming at you with something. Remember how we were talking about that sense of tension before? It's really important for you to keep your composure with this Strength card. I actually do see you having that. And with the Devil, there definitely is a temptation to succumb to this, to let this conflict reduce you, to bring you down. It could also be forcing you to look at your own demons, the own ways you sabotage or are self-destructive. You know, mentally there is a lot going on though here for you, and communication, there's a lot being communicated in your lives right now. With this Four of Cups, this is kind of interesting. It's almost like someone isn't having it. For some of you, this is also just a poverty mentality, which means it's important for you to focus on gratitude. It's important for you to write down things that make you feel good, even if they're small. Like, I had a nice cup of tea today. I have my tea right here. Or I had a really nice conversation with so-and-so. Really, anything works. The point of it is that you're supposed to be retraining your brain, rewiring your brain to look for things that make you feel better. Because there is this sense of an opportunity coming in, but I almost wonder if some of you aren't going to see it or are going to be hesitant to take it because you aren't in this flow state that Spider is asking you to get in. So really get into your flow for the first part of October. Really work on something that makes you happy. And I do feel like there is abundance coming in, but you are going to need to take it. I do feel like someone might be holding on to the past as well. It almost feels like an external energy coming in, and maybe they're kind of blowing you up or something. But it feels really, really strange. But with this Mother of Wands, I feel like you're really focused on yourself, on something you really care about, maybe a new relationship. You're guarding something. You're very protective of something here, and protective of your energy, your magic, your wand. And I do feel like whatever conflict is happening, it's almost like it's beneath you. Or maybe you're the one coming after someone else. I'm not sure, but I feel like for the majority of you, this is someone external. This feels like outside energy. Especially if it's a fire sign. What are the last bit of animal messages for Taurus? Show me clearly. So we have snake, wolf, and hummingbird. This could be a family situation for some of you with wolf, or someone who's a part of your pack. Someone who's very close to you. And it is important to just accept and embrace your differences. Not everyone is going to see things the same way in this situation. With snake and hummingbird, I do see that there really is a lot of spiritual growth that is happening for you. And I was kind of saying that at the beginning of this reading in the astrological report. Again, I do feel like it's really important for you to get connected with spirit, to get connected with yourself, especially with hummingbird here, seeking out nectar that gives you life, that maintains a high vibration. I do see with snake a sense of shedding, of renewal. Again, spiritual awakening, kundalini energy, so a lot of life force energy. And I think it's really important for you to figure out where you put your energy, where you focus your life force. And I think some of you are coming into a paradigm shift with that. And again, you know, whatever this conflict is, try not to get too wrapped up in it. I don't want you to worry about this, if this is like causing you to panic. Or some sort of anxiety. Literally just focus on what it is you love. And it really does feel like this tower, even though there is a tower here, it's almost like something you're averting. Or it's happening to someone else, which makes me wonder if you are saying something to someone that's going to cause a tower moment. Very interesting energy here. But yeah, it seems like a lot of this is just focusing on what brings you passion and stability. Those two things are becoming more alike with each day. Your passion is beginning to bring you stability, Taurus. Or you're learning how to do that. Those are all the messages I am getting for you right now. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what is happening for all of you. It seems like there's quite a bit of change that's been going on. Again, I have all of my links in the description box for Reiki sessions, for readings, and all of my other social media so you don't miss out on the giveaway. Yeah, and if I don't see you there, if I don't see you for the giveaway, or I don't see you for a personal session, I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Happy October.